Hi everybody, I'm Tyson and I'm a member at 3Shield Information Security, and today I'd like to discuss a new trend in phishing attacks. And just for a little bit of background behind these attacks, phishing is when an attacker uses an email as an entry point. There's typically a psychological layer where they try to trick the user into falling into their trap. The popularity behind these attacks is just how simple they are to create and how effective they have been. And these new attack trends, which we've noticed here at 3Shield, is that attackers have been using encrypted messaging services to deploy phishing attacks, services such as Barracuda and Citrix. And there's a couple of reasons why they've been going in this direction. One of which is to avoid antivirus detection, and the other is that many email services detect malware when it is uploaded as an attachment and then refuse to send it. So we can easily break this down into about 3 stages. In the first stage is when the user will receive that email, and that email will contain a link to go download the file or go check the message which was sent to them using the encrypted message service. So after we click on that download button on that first stage, we were brought into a web page. In this situation, it's asking us to download a file. It's definitely not malware.x. That doesn't seem suspicious at all. There could also be a message waiting for us, which would navigate us to another web page. And for the third and final stage of the attack, the user clicks the download button, which potentially downloads malware onto their computer. Or if there is a link posted in a message box, the user follows that link and is navigated to another website. This website may download malware onto their computer, or there might be a request for them to enter their credentials, which would then send that back to the attacker. And a few tips on how to investigate. If you know who sent that message to you, if you have their contact information, their cell phone number, you can call them, text them. If you talk to them on Teams or Skype, message them that way, just to ensure that they sent the message to begin with. So another method we could use to investigate these scenarios is we could hover our mouse over top of a link, which would identify the true location of the link associated. If you see the example here, if we hover our mouse over download attachments, we see phishingsite.org. Not all the time will you see the link above the cursor, but sometimes it'll be at the bottom of the browser. And you can always check the URL at the top of the browser. In this situation, we have a Microsoft login request, but if you look at the top of the browser here, we see no association whatsoever with Microsoft. And if you just want to play it safe, you can always contact your IT administration. They have the tools and procedures in place to analyze these emails. And for those who subscribe to 3Shield's managed security service, within Outlook or Gmail, there is an option to report suspicious emails. This will send them over to our team, and we can fully analyze them and send back a report with our findings. And just to refresh what we went over today, attackers are using encrypted message services to deploy their phishing attacks. The best defense against these is user awareness, so please always be vigilant, be extra careful, especially when you see Citrix or Barracuda or any other encrypted services. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us on 3shield.ca. We have a contact form you can message us on. And I would just like to thank you for taking your time and listening today.